And you know what's really great? And I really was very excited that I was going to talk to you, and I mean that sincerely because I have a really huge, black following. People just really,
son, that's what I'll be.
Everywhere I go, man, everywhere I go, the brothers are always like, Sonny!
Like, you my nigga.
They're screaming my name and is it better to be loved or feared, brother? What is it? It's like, I was out in L.A., and I went to a party. I got to know fairly well was Dr. Dre.
Wow.
And he brought me into this party, and all these brothers with these rappers in there. They went nuts.
They probably melted, yo.
You thought that.
Yeah.
You thought that. I don't know who walked in, and I was saying to myself, you got to be kidding. It was crazy, and so.
You don't understand, like, we all grew up, like, even if you want to feel gangster, those stories was legendary. Like, and then it's a terrible thing that we use, like, Twitter and the internet and YouTube to showcase our gangsterism, but you guys, like, as the stories are so ill that it took years later for it to really come out in a book and then a movie.
Right.
You guys don't. I can't see, like, real life gangsters like tweeting, "Yo, I just shot."
No. We don't do that. No.
Can you imagine? Just got the capo today. Like, come on, man. Can you imagine that? Like,
that's a funny bit, but that might be funny. Now that you brought that up,
tweeting like, come on, man. But I think it's like, it's kind of like a joke, and then you kind of like you've created like the Tupacs and the Biggies and the attitude from, because a lot of their verses
and 50 Cent too, who by the way samples the line De Niro's line from Bronx Tale about. The bus driver and the blue collar man is the hero.
Yes, absolutely. Which is good. I like that. I like about stuff like the working man is the tough guy, and that kind of found its way into the black songs, because that's an important message, And I think that's a real important message, Hey, it's okay to talk about the other stuff, but the bottom line is, the reality is, if you live a gangster life, you're going to probably die like a gangster. That's the bottom line, really.
Man. Do you know any real gangsters that we could call right now on the phone?
You see, this is the thing that nobody gets.
Let me stop, man.
When we were doing when I was doing the movie Bronx Tale, there were real gangsters that, when you talk about, there's real made guys, and then there's the fake guys, the disappointed guys. They think they're gangsters. We call them disappointed wise guys. They think they're gangsters, but they're not. But the real made guys never wanted to be in the movie. We couldn't even ask them. They were like, no, CHAZZ.
Wow.
No, CHAZZ. That's
get out of here.
Just give me a taste of the movie. I'll take that. That's why I didn't make the movie in the Bronx.
Get a piece of the movie.
I didn't want to have too many partners. You kidding me? You have 1,000 partners with those guys. Funny, I'll tell you a quick funny story. The first time, people always ask me my first big break was 1982. I was an understudy on Broadway. And so the wise guys, when I got the part, everybody in the neighborhood was excited. Hey, CHAZZ is going to be on Broadway. So I walk into the bar, and all the wise guys come over to me. Hey, hey, man, you're going to be on Broadway. We want to we want to come and see you.
What?
I said, well, you can't come to see me. They said, why, you embarrassed or something? I said, no, I'm an understudy.
Oh.
They said, well, we want to see you. I said, you don't understand. I'm an understudy. So the guy looks at me and goes, what's an understudy? He didn't know. He'd never been to Broadway, right? So I said, well, an understudy is if something happens to the real guy, then I go on. Oh. And I'm just saying that, not meaning anything.
Did he say, you want me to take care of him?
So about 10 minutes later, I walk away. 10 minutes later, he walks over to me and says, hey, CHAZZ, can I talk to you? I says, yeah. He goes, you want to go on? And I said, what? And my hand to God, I'm telling you the truth. Wow. He says, you want to go on? And I realized what he was saying. And I said, no. Oh, God, no, you can't do that. No.
He says, don't worry. Missing.
He said, listen to me. We'll make it look like a mugging. Nobody will know. I was dying. Here am my first big break. I'm going to get arrested here now. You know what I mean? I'm going to end up in the joint with this guy. So I'm saying, please, don't, no. And finally, I had to talk to the guy, don't do this. And it was okay.
My God, man. One of the major questions on Twitter is, was De Niro your first choice? Were you in charge of choosing the actors for Bronx Tale?
No, I was in charge. What I was in charge of selling this, who I was going to sell the script to. Everybody in Hollywood wanted it. It became the hottest property in Hollywood.
Wow.
There was Rocky, and then there was, 15 years later, there was Bronx Tale. That's how it happened. Everybody, I got offered $250,000 to walk away from it because they didn't want me. They wanted to put a star on the role. And I had $200 in the bank at the time. God, my hand to God.
Wow.
Then they offered me $500. From $500, it went to $1 million. Again, $200 in the bank.
What?
Finally, I did the show one night. and the place was packed, like, it was packed every night. And I finished the performance. I walked off the stage, and somebody said, Robert De Niro's in your dressing room. I walked him. He said, he's waiting for you. I walked in my dressing room. There was Bob. And he said, hey, the show was great. One of the great shows I ever saw. He goes, this will make a great movie. And I said, Bob, I know, but I want to play Sonny, and I want to write the screenplay. And he looked at me and said, you should play Sonny because it's about your life.
That's gangster.
And you should write the screenplay because no one knows the story better than you because it's you. And he says, I'll play your father, and I'll direct it. And he goes, let's go partners. And if you shake my hand, that's the way it'll be.
It was just like that?
Just like that. I shook his hand.
Holy shit.
The rest is history.
Loyalty, man. Where's the loyalty anymore?
He's a stand-up guy, man.
How was that guy, man? Like,
he's a great guy.
I mean, I hung out with him on set with 50. Like, they did a couple movies, but he has this thing where he just he sneezes on me sometimes. Did he do that to you?
No.
Like, I was like, yo, what happened, yo?
He's a great guy.
Okay, he likes sneezing on black people. I don't know.
No.
Wow. I'm fucking with you, Chaz.
Yes, you are.
Yo, speaking of your show, one of the main questions is, do you have to know someone in the business to get in the business?
Absolutely not.
Acting skills is like a plus, but knowing someone is like speeds it up.
Well, I mean, if you know someone, does it speed it up a little bit? Yes.
Because, we watch a lot of the gangster movies, and it looked like all y'all were friends for some reason. It looked like y'all all knew each other. It didn't look like...
Can it help? Yes. If you know somebody, they could cut some shortcuts. So that's why I have the show.
But were there hookups, though? Like, yo, let's let him get... Because, man, old dudes there. They were just sitting there, like, shaking.
Well, yeah, no, some of those guys... I mean, most of those guys in Bronx Tale, those are all real guys.
What?
All real, I mean, not real made guys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, like I told you, real made guys are not going to be in a movie.
Okay.
But that's.
But they were close to it.
They're like guys who, they were guys who dibbed and dabbed. You know what I mean? They were dib and dabbers. But those were great guys, and those were street guys. They never acted before a day in their life. The only actors in Bronx Tale were me, Bob De Niro, and Joe Pesci. That's it. Everyone else was a street guy. Everyone else.
This was funny because I never knew that you guys would go the comedic route with the gangster stuff.
Yeah,
that was the first, right? That was actually the first, right?
Yes,
ever.
yes. Yeah. That was Bob's first comedic turn. That's exactly correct.
That's kind of ill.
Yeah, and he was terrific in it. Yeah,
funny as hell. When he was crying, and then you just like, what the hell's going on? Like, yo, we got one question. Like, as far as rap goes, are you guys aware that a lot of rappers they kill themselves and they die off of watching your movies, or trying to emulate like
over
the
years
life?
I found that I got to meet like I said some of the rappers, and they just love my movies. They love Bob's movies. Love Joe Pesci's movies, Al Pacino's movies.
I guess they love the fact that you guys are so powerful in every way. Like you can control how you live. I mean, you control the police, control like the government. Like you didn't give a fuck.
Well, there's something very alluring about real wise guys. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a good thing now, and I don't condone it. I've always said that, But being a young boy that I was, I mean, the character of Sonny, the wise guy there, it's like being with the head guy, and nobody could bother you, nobody could hurt you, nobody could say anything to you. Everywhere you go, everywhere you walk, you eat for free. Everywhere you go, people open doors. It's kind of very intoxicating. Now, is that life? Does it work out in the end? Of course not. All these wise guys, they end up dead or in jail. I always say that.
Yeah,
but is it alluring? Yes, it is, and I'm not saying that it isn't. But it's not the right thing to do.
One thing that annoys me, Reef, is when you see like Lil Wayne kissing Baby because they're emulating the gangster life. I mean, you guys look kind of gangster when y'all kiss each other, right? I mean,
they do it on the cheek.
Oh.
Ever since The Godfather, I kiss more guys than I've ever kissed more girls. The Godfather ruined it for everybody. Now you kid.
Man, don't kiss me, man.
Sometimes I go into a room. See, you guys, you got the handshake.
Yeah.
You do the handshake. I mean, that's it's better. We got it. You walk into a room with all these
guys
Italians.
You kiss in your career?
Kiss everybody. I can't take it anymore.
You be tongue in the capo.
I mean, come on. And you got to kiss them on both cheeks. Then if you're going to kill them, you got to kiss them on the lips. I mean, come on.
We got Ray Liotta coming up here next.
Oh, that's great.
Next week. Is there any secrets? I heard he gets all the black chicks, or you get all the black chicks. I don't know. Which one is it?
Oh, Ray. Ray. Well, I'm married now, but
as you know,
if you look back at Bronx Tale, me and the sisters, we had some fun. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say that.
possible? Is it possible for like you, Ray Liotta, Pacino, De Niro, to make like a gangster version of The Expendables? Everybody that was ever, in all the classic gangster movies.
But they have to do that with taste, though. That's
it would have
hard.
to be with taste. Yeah.
Like, could it be possible to get everybody?
Sure, there's somebody
you
wants
write
to write the
script.
check. Come on, anything's possible, brother. You know that. Somebody wants to write the check. It's always possible.
One guy, there's one Twitter question. They want to know: would you do like Star Trek or Star Wars, like a sci-fi movie, like something that's crazy, like an ill role, like you looking like an alien or something? I don't know. Like
I don't know. I mean, I would have to look at the script, and if it was a wonderful script, and if it was a good script, yeah. I mean, I look at some of those Harry Potter things, and wow, those Lord of the Rings, those are great films. I really enjoyed watching those. So yeah, I'm an actor. I played a lot of things. Sure.
Somebody wants me to be a gay spaceman, but I don't know if I should take it. You think I should take it? Like, give me
a gay spaceman?
Yeah. Do you think I should? I don't know, man.
I don't know. That's I would have to read the script on that.
They're giving me like 100 G's.
100 G's?
That's it?
For how long? A day's work?
It's like 3 days worth.
You know what? Nobody's going to see it anyway.
Yeah, you're right. We're out of here.
If I were you, I'd do it.